Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to a power-packed show here tonight. Everyone has a million reasons to blow your brains out with Ricky Warden, David Jarvis, and tonight we got a royal flush in the house. We're going to go around. We're going to say hi to everybody. But first, I want to encourage everyone watching to join us in the comments, chat. We will be checking the live chat. So if you chat, we're going to talk about it. So put your chat in the live chat. We have Edge of Insanity with us tonight. Very excited about that. One of Dallas-Fort Worth's premier heavy metal bands. And of course, heavy metal vocalist, everybody knows, Lance Allen Lutz. And then later tonight, barging in, breaking into the show at 10 o'clock, hot and on fire, is going to be Nathan Utz of Resist and Bite. The band Resist and Bite. They're dropping their first song in a year called Baptized by Fire. So we're going to be baptized by fire tonight with Nathan Utz. All right, so let's send it around the horn. How's everybody doing tonight?
All right. Doing well, man. Doing well.
Wonderful.
Doing well. Thank you.
My favorite night of the week, Ricky. You know this.
Yes, sir, David Jarvis. It's been a kick-ass week for me too, man. I really look forward to this night because I'm having fun and I know we're helping local bands. You know, when local bands get recognition, I'm having an even better time.
Oh, most definitely. I actually had to switch from brandy to wine tonight because if I drink brandy, this is going to last for 4 hours, and we don't need that shit.
I love brandy and wine. I'm just having tea right now, though.
Oh, okay. Everybody say hi to Kartik here. He's joining us from Canada.
Hey, welcome.
What's up, Canada?
How's your week been, brother?
Pretty good. Working a lot, working hard, just taking care of my life, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, brother, thank you for joining us up front on the show and saying hi to everybody and give us some heavy metal encouragement.
Thanks for having me.
Do you have any hot Metallica Pantera celebration news for us?
Well, I mentioned to the guys in Edge of Insanity that I'll be seeing Metallica as well as the reunion of the Pantera reunion get together. I'll be seeing it in New Jersey in August, so I'm looking forward to that. And
whatever you want to call it is okay. It's gonna be okay.
And I mean, it has two members of Pantera in it. And
okay, so what is your date, Kartik? You're going to see them in August also up in Canada?
No, I'll be seeing them in the U.S. in New Jersey.
In New Jersey. Wow. And what's the date?
August 4th, 2023.
Okay, August the 4th. And of course, we'll be seeing them here in Arlington, Texas on August the 18th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And August the 20th. Are you going, Chick Rock?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was looking at the lineup. Not only is Pantera and Metallica going to be there, but it's they're having Five Finger Death Punch, which I totally love. Korn and two other bands. I think one is called Ice. But that's going to be pretty big lineup.
Ice Nine Kills. I'll be seeing them with Pantera and Eddie Van Halen's son. His son's
Mammoth.
Mammoth. Yeah, Mammoth. Yeah, I'll be seeing them as well.
Yeah, Chick Rock. It's 2 different nights there. But hey, check this out. The August 18th night's going to be a huge deal. I knew it was when I first saw it on the calendar, being that Dime's birthday is August the 20th. So,
yeah.
There you go, Kartik.
I mean, it'll be sad that the Abbott brothers are no longer with us, but, you know, their memory still remains strong, and people still love them, and they left behind a legacy that we can't forget.
Well, bro, I celebrate with you now, and I celebrate with you then, and I celebrate with you forever. Pantera,
yeah,
Dime,
yeah, I'm really happy that Rex and Phil and Selmo have this chance to go back out and do their thing.
I agree. Yeah. And you know what? I don't know if you guys know it. Rick is the guy who told Lars and James all about Daryl and the band. And they came out, like, after the Ride the Lightning tour was over. Those two went to Dallas to hang out with some people, and they were curious about Dime. And they said, yeah, where's this Daryl Abbott guy? We want to hang out with him. And
that's correct. The story real fast is that I went to Phoenix, Arizona with Rita Haney, Dimebag's Hag, way before she was Dimebag's Hag. we went out there together, and I persuaded the guys to come back here, and they did. 1 week later, they were here jamming at Sevy's with Daryl Abbott, Rex on bass.
Yeah,
There you go.
Well, damn, I'm glad you went to California and brought them Cowboys back.
Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm glad I did
Hell
too. It was
yeah.
a great time, man.
And Rex actually talked about it in his book, and he said, like we jammed with those guys, and there was some good chemistry. We learned a lot from each other, and we just had fun. And that's what music's all about. We forget music's about having fun.
Carter, thank you for bringing it up, man. I really appreciate that because obviously I like to share it, but I'd be tooting my own horn if I did. So thanks for tuning it for me.
And two bands I love. I mean, I love so many bands, but these are two bands I absolutely love as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say. More importantly is the band. It's Dime and VP. And so thank you. It's good to have you tonight. Hey, let's move right along. Randy Bell, how's your week been? I miss you, brother.
I miss you too. It's been, hi, how are you, chick?
I'm doing pretty good. Haven't seen you in a while.
Been a while.
Any good for us, Bell?
Well, just been having a blessed week, and looking forward to this. I love talking about the local music and all that stuff, seeing what's up new, because that's really what I do anymore is just go out to the local places and see stuff.
Right.
I've seen most all of the other good bands.
Yeah. Hey, Dave Jarvis.
Well, add, resist, and bite to
Hi,
your
Jojo
schedule.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you. And I'll say this: I'm 33, but my favorite music is stuff from the 80s. So you'll find me listening to Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, Merciful Fate, Exodus, Venom.
Oh hell, you listen to everything.
Oh yeah,
you get to posting about 20 to 30 songs a day sometimes. I'm like, man, he's drinking heavy today. He's feeling good.
Yeah, I'm just having tea right now, but yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, but you got to drink a little rum to stay warm up there where you're at.
I wish I had some rum right now, but I'm just sticking to tea right now.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'll stick to my Pantera beer for you tonight.
I like beer.
I have some Pantera beer and I have Dallas Blonde.
Yeah.
Well, you see on the screen right here, everybody, Edge of Insanity. Do you guys know who that band is? Chick Rock, do you know Edge of Insanity?
I haven't heard them guys in a long time.
Well, first time hearing about them, and they seem badass.
Alan Lutz and Edge of Insanity. Let me pull you guys up here on the main screen. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I remember Alan. It's been forever.
It's probably been a minute.
Let's see if I stop that screen. There we go. That helps. And then from there we go. That's what I was looking for. Hello, Edge of Insanity.
Evening.
Thank you for joining us tonight, guys.
Thanks for the invite.
Hey, man, do me a favor, and you're musicians, so you know how to do this. Project your voice tonight.
Yeah, I think I can handle that.
Well, I know the microphone is not near your lips, and so I want everybody to be able to hear you very good.
Not a problem.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Edge of Insanity. I've been going insane listening to your music all day today.
Great, man. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate that flush right there.
What kind of music do you guys play? What kind of music do you guys play? If you don't mind, like, what's your style of metal?
We're just old school metal, man. I mean, if Black Sabbath and Judas Priest had a baby, that'd be us.
I like that. I like that description. I like that description, and keep it that way because two bands I absolutely adore.
Right on.
Yeah, that's pretty good because Kartik, have you had a chance to listen to Edge of Insanity today?
No, I'll have to.
Well, they have an EP. It's available on YouTube. I'm sure it's available in all your MP3 formats. It's called Redemption.
I'll check it out.
Hey, well, instead of checking it out, how about for right now,
let Alan with another band.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Let Alan tell us about the EP Redemption. Hey, guys, when did this EP come out?
A year ago, March. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's new enough. That's new enough to call brand new still, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we're almost done recording the next 3 EPs.
Well,
And-
okay, hold on right there. Let's stick with Redemption for a minute because I know there's at least a couple of songs on there for everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And for me, those songs were The River.
Right on.
That song, The River, was really good. I was listening to that Prison. That's a different type of a tune there, isn't it?
Yeah, that kind of leans more towards the Dio side.
Well, you know, it kind of reminded me of Over My Head a little bit.
All right, man. I'll take that.
You know, just a little bit. I hate comparing, you know, songs and bands and styles and things because you can never be 100%.
Yeah, and you know, everybody borrows. It's how you twist around and make it your own.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a firm believer that if you're playing original music, we're all stealing off that Studebaker out there in the junkyard. And, you know, whether you want to call it unfortunate or fortunate, we had somebody like Tony Iommi to show us the way, and we just kind of build on it from there.
Yeah, and the thing is, everyone, I play music as well. I play guitar and I play drums. Like, everybody borrows. Usually it's unintentional. It's just how you twist it around and make it your own.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, you hear motifs you like in songs that you've heard. And you're like, you know what? I like that. I want to put it to use. Let me tweak things around and twist things around and just make it my own. And now it's something different.
Pretty much.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And by the way, I wanted to say I've subscribed to your band's page on YouTube. So.
Oh, you subscribe to the YouTube also?
Uh-huh.
When you subscribe, did you hit notify all?
I'll have to do that.
Are you one of our subscribers here at Outlaw also?
I'm not, no, but I'll definitely check out their band. I'll definitely check out the songs.
You need to. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell Lance, and I'm going to tell everyone right now that you need to go over to Outlaw Video TV and subscribe. You need to go to Edge of Insanity on YouTube also and subscribe over there. But when you hit subscribe, you have this option to notify all. I don't know why YouTube and social medias want you to jump through all the hoops and everything, but they do. And so when you go to YouTube and subscribe to Outlaw Video TV, please do that now or tonight. You're helping me, you're helping Dave Jarvis, you're helping this program, but you're also helping all the bands. That's what you're doing. And I hate fucking with people. I hate telling people, hey, I really need you to do this. But that's what we need you to do. We need you to go
what I'm all
subscribe
about,
and notify
supporting local
all.
music.
I just subscribed right now, Rick. Outlaw Video TV. Already subscribed now.
Boom. Just
That's
like
awesome.
that. See, it only takes one little click, right?
Yep, and you guys are awesome, so why not?
All right, so we have Thomas Joseph Leach in the chats. Hello, Thomas. This is a
Hey, yo,
nonconformist.
Thomas is in the house.
Come on in.
So everybody go over there and show their YouTube channel some love. Subscribe to Nonconformist. And then we got, boom. Looky here, Lance.
Hey, Shirley.
Boys, loosen up. We got some Facebook production going on here with you guys.
Yeah,
that's the boss.
Yeah, that's the boss.
She gets told when she's even not in the room. Yep.
That's so good. So yeah, just so everybody knows, we're live right now through StreamYard, but we're broadcasting out to YouTube and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, I encourage you to go over to Blow Your Brains Out and like that page. That's where all the real action for this show is at. It's not really at Outlaw Video TV. I had to create a whole new Facebook page. Didn't have to. I chose to because I want all of this action to be there. Right, Dave Jarvis?
Yes, sir. And also there's the group Blow Your Brains Out. That's all caps. I drop new music from all North Texas bands daily.
Wow.
There you go. And that's where all the bands want to drop your shit. Drop your music and drop your shows over on the Blow Your Brains Out group. and I can pull it from there and feature it here on the show.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
that's what it's all about, supporting local music. That's
Yeah,
what
well,
I live for.
Hey, thanks for being patient with me while I kind of lay it all out for you and explain it to everybody.
Now,
Hey, Kartik, you got a question for the band tonight, baby?
Yeah, sure.
I think we're going to have to all come back and interview Kartik.
Oh, yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
Can we set up a Kartik interview sometime in the future, bro?
Absolutely. I'm game.
All right.
All right. So, to the band. So, you described your music as a cross between Black Sabbath and
Priest.
Judas Priest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are your other major influences? Like, which other bands?
Oh, come on. Does there need to be another one?
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Where do you want to start? I mean, there's, Cliff Burton. I mean, I'm the bass player. Well, I claim to be a bass player. They say I'm a rhythm guitar player. I mean, Cliff Burton's in there. Ryan Martini's in there. I mean, Jocko's in there. I mean, Beethoven, Mozart. I mean, where do you want to? I mean, every kind of music has had such a huge influence on. I mean,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you can never deny that either.
Yeah.
Hey, Kartik, just so that you know, this guy here on the far right, this is Lance Allen Lutz right here.
Hi, Lance.
This guy sings
Hey,
like
Lance.
Halford shit all day long. I think he
Man.
wakes up singing. Hey, when you're making love, do you like sing highs?
Damn.
Only if he hits that right spot.
Can you do some King Diamond?
If she hits the brown note, I can normally hit that A.
Yeah.
Hey, Lance, is there anything that you can't sing?
I discovered in my older age, I'm kind of having problems with, in all honesty, doing like top 40 type music. I've done a lot of studio work, and a lot of times what I get hired to do is to go in and basically do harmonies for bands that can't do harmonies themselves. And the top 40 stuff I've noticed here lately, the last probably 2 years, it's whether it's a mental thing or it's a physical thing. I've been having a little problems with that, but
so like Michael Jackson, you're saying?
Yeah.
Thriller might give you a little.
No, I can't. It don't come natural no more.
Can you do some
For the record, he does hit all the Halford highs. Can we ask you about Judas Rising?
Yeah.
Okay,
wow.
Lance used to be in a band called Judas Rising, which is
That's
a
where I
tribute
remember that.
to Judas Priest. Tell us about that. How did you get into this band? How long were you in the band? Tell us how fucking much fun it is going out being Rob Halford, the metal god.
Well, to start off, I started it back in the early 2000s. Basically, I did it as, I hate to say it, but I did it as a joke. I just left Little Green Men, and I didn't have nothing better to do, and put together a tribute band. We didn't have to rehearse. We did it for fun. And then when I moved to the East Coast, the Priest tribute band I put there, the same name, we toured all up and down the East Coast from Florida to New York, and it was a blast. I mean, the stuff I did on the East Coast, man, we did the full show. I rode a little mini Harley out on stage, the whole 9 yards. It was a total blast.
Kick ass.
That's, like I said, it started as a, I mean, saying it started as a joke is a bad thing, but it really kind of did. When I left Little Green Men, it wasn't under the best circumstances, and just to jump back in to doing something, it was super, super easy. Gigs were handed to us left and right, and like I said, there really wasn't no rehearsals. I mean, if we were going to throw a new song in the set, we rehearsed it real quick during sound check, and boom, we were off and running.
Can you do any King Diamond?
Yeah. Yeah, I still do quite a bit of King Diamond.
Yeah. Can you do any Paul Bailoff or James Hetfield or anything like that?
Merciful Fate.
I mean, yeah, the Bailoff stuff, yeah, that's I try to steer away from the James Hetfield stuff because that's not why people want to hear it.
What's your favorite Judas Priest album?
I'm gonna mute you, Carter.
That's my favorite one is Stained Class. When I was a kid, man, the first time I heard now I'm blank.
Stained Class, Carter. Stained Class.
I love that song. I love that album.
Play it.
All right.
Play Beyond the Realms of Death. Yeah, I am standing out with my life.
Now, the first time I heard Saints in Hell, I was kind of hooked.
Because we are saints in hell.
Exactly.
We're going into the fire.
I love Judas Priest. One of my favorite bands, actually.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right. I love Judas Priest too. So Stained Class was your first record or your favorite record?
My favorite.
What was your first Judas Priest record?
My first one.
Like, how did you discover Priest?
My older brother. He was.
Older brothers are good for that.
Yeah, he was 9 years older than me, and I was going through his album collection, and I found Rock-a-Rolla and.
Rock-a-rolla woman for a rock-a-rolla man.
After I heard that, I had to go back and find everything they ever did. So
Sad Rings of Destiny.
That's pretty
awesome.
wild, man. That Rock-a-rolla was your first Judas Priest record. I
Yeah.
don't think many people can say that. There might be a girl or two that can say that, but
I am old as fuck, Ricky.
no, I mean, dude, I found Judas Priest in 78.
Right on.
And so when would that have been?
I probably would have been looking 77.
That's pretty cool. All right, so I have a little something going on with my voice here. I'm going to have to fix it real quick, but
there you go.
In the meantime, I'm not going to worry about it. Hey, how did you get into heavy metal?
Once again, it was my brother. And then I discovered Kiss. You know, as a young kid, getting to see and hear Kiss, it was just kind of one of them things.
Kiss is awesome. Kiss is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the Kiss that I grew up with, I mean, we're talking before Phantom of the Park. We're talking before Dynasty. You know, it was Kiss.
How do you feel about Gene and Paul and basically their attitude towards former members or things like that?
Man, I wish them nothing but the best. I could only dream and hope that someday I'm on their level where I can wipe my ass with $1 million.
Oh yeah, but no, I understand. But the thing is, like, Gene and Paul don't really get along with a lot of former members. Like Ace and them don't like each other, as far as I know.
No fucking duh.
Yeah,
That's their prerogative to do so.
Yeah, I mean, they still accuse Ace of not being sober.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, Kardik, what was your first Kiss record?
Oh, hard to say. I'd probably go with the one with Detroit Rock City. I can't remember the name, but my favorite album has to be Creatures of the Night.
But Detroit Rock City was your first record.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it was mine too.
and it's a great song, and we can't deny that.
Yeah, my next door neighbor, Pat Shulock, I was already into Sabbath and Aerosmith and all these bands. But my next door neighbor came out and was like,
Aerosmith.
dude, have you seen this band Kiss? And I looked at the cover and I was like, fuck, let's listen to that.
Yeah.
So I became a Kiss fan. Believe it or not, that was still early. That was before, like my brothers.
Yeah. I love Aerosmith. Classic Aerosmith. Can never beat it.
Damn right. Okay, hey, Lance Allen Lutz. And guys, let's get y'all into this. How about you, Stockwell? How you doing this evening, brother?
Fantastic. How about you, Ricky?
I am kicking major ass, man. That's a nice shirt you got on there. Edge of Insanity.
Yeah, we sell at all of our shows.
How about that? So all our listeners can pick up a Edge of Insanity t-shirt at all of the shows. And what about the EP? Is the EP available at the shows also?
We have shirts, hats, the EP stickers, drumsticks, guitar
God
picks.
damn. You hear that, guys? This band is about as professional as it gets.
I'm pretty sure we still have a pair of autographed underwear from Dan over here that goes on the merch table too.
Yeah.
Does it come with the sharks?
Yeah, it comes with the shirt.
Yeah.
And we don't even charge extra.
Yeah.
That's the shit right there.
Yeah.
So, hey, how about you, Stockwell? How did you get involved with Lance Allen Lutz? I mean, how does this take place? You're like, fuck, this dude can sing everything Halford. And
we're just going to say it's Gary. He was putting together this group, and then we couldn't find a singer for a while. And then he begrudgingly drugged Lance out to rehearsal, and he never went home. So
Yeah, it was a fight to pull Lance out of retirement.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
is it really like that? You had to pull out a permanent spot out on the couch for him?
Well, I mean, no, not really, because if I don't know how much you can see behind us. We're actually sitting in our recording studio right now, so it wasn't that hard of a fight. I already had all this stuff sitting out here, and I just moved back to Texas and found these fuckers, and it was like, all right, now it's time to start going back and doing something real.
But it was a very cold introduction. The first time I met Lance, he told me my song sucked. So
That's not true. I said I didn't understand the lyrics.
Hey, I like Cannibal Corpse, and I can't understand the word the guy's saying.
Right.
But
Chick Rock, I'm muting your mic because you have YouTube on in the background, and it's fucking up my audio.
Is that us?
No, Chick Rock. I was just telling Chick Rock. See, I have the ability to mute people's mics. When the audio gets fucked up, I have to go figure out who's fucking it up.
Yeah, it's usually a loop.
yeah.
I have YouTube in the background.
Something like that. Something. All I know is that when I was getting bad audio, I was hitting your mic and it was clearing it up. So don't worry about it. Just if I hit your mic, if I'm muting your mic, just understand, be respectful about it. There's probably a reason.
Oh, okay. But I'm still trying to figure that out. I'll get on that though.
I know you brought some questions, or at least one really good banger for the band tonight. You got a question for Edge of Insanity, Chick Rock?
Yeah, I do. I saw y'all a few times at Judas Rising, excuse me. And I just thought y'all were great. And then I didn't see y'all anymore.
Yeah,
and I just wonder when another show is coming up.
Funny you should mention that. Our next show coming up
Locally.
Well, hang on. Our next show coming up, we're at Apocalypse in the Desert in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge festival going on there. Then our next show locally is a new festival that we are putting on called Metal. Witherfall and Pissing Razors are headlining. We're main support, and we're bringing in 6 of our favorite local bands. Everybody from Epic Death to Under a Spell. There's some other ones I can't name yet because they haven't signed contracts yet. But it's gonna be at the Rail. It's gonna be fucking phenomenal. If you have not checked out Witherfall, Randy, you'll love them.
Dark Melodic.
Yeah, the Rail has good sound too. They have really good sound.
Exactly.
I was gonna also ask, what made Judas Rising fall apart? Did y'all just get tired, or what was it?
No. When I moved to the East Coast, I started a different version. As far as I know, the band Judas Rising is still going with the singer Brian Dixon, and I'm really not for sure who all else is in the band anymore. Terry, I know Terry is the drummer from Siege Hammer. I know he's the drummer for Judas Rising. I know Brian Dixon's singing. Sometimes Taylor Dennis is in the band. Sometimes
Wow.
that part I don't know. I haven't been involved in the tribute scene since probably 2007.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen you guys
Right on.
out there. I'm trying to remember a drummer. God, I can't remember his name, but he's dealing with MS. Do you know who I'm talking about? Gosh, I think he was out there with you guys a few times and a couple other bands. I just can't call to mind right now, but he's
Well,
dealing
hey,
with
Chick
MS.
Rock,
I
I
just
have a
wish him a
question
lot of
for
luck.
you. Hey, Chick Rock, I have a
Yeah.
question for you.
What?
First, let's wish a lot of luck to the gentleman there that you're talking about.
Oh,
But
yeah.
did you get a chance to listen to the Edge of Insanity music today?
Me?
No, I worked a full 12 hours today.
There you go. We got the working class here tonight, guys.
Well, just barely surviving class.
All right, so Lance Allen Lutz, tell me
But I'm
about
gonna
this
listen
Edge
to
of
it when I get
Insanity.
out of here.
Obviously, you left Judas Rising, and then Edge of Insanity came together. Can you take us back? Is that important to you? Because I would find that interesting as a fan. I thoroughly enjoy your vocal capabilities. And here's one more thing. Could I can go to YouTube and pull up a song and play it for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We own
All right, so I'll do that while you're telling us. How did you get this together?
Well, it was Gary.
Yeah, it was our absent drummer. Believe it or not, these guys were going to put together a Black Sabbath tribute band. They were doing more of that style and working on stuff like that. They went through 4 or 5 singers,
4 or 5 guitar players.
four or five guitar. I had another guitar player out here at my studio. We were trying to work on some stuff. I needed a drummer, so I called Gary. And once Gary came out and kind of checked out what we were thinking about, he was like, "Hey, man, I'm rehearsing with these other guys Monday night. You know, you think when you get off work, you can come by and check it out?" I went out there and listened to him. And the funny thing is, within 20 minutes, we had 3 songs wrote.
Kick ass.
We wrote the first song we ever wrote was The River.
Okay, that's a great song.
So,
Now, what I have queued up is Time. That's the other song I like.
yeah, that's the Judas Priest thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Priest Sabbath.
Yeah.
That's the one. When I heard that, I was like, well, that's Priest Sabbath right there.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, well, since I have it queued up, is everybody ready for some pre-Sabbath Edge of Insanity? This song is called
Hell yes.
Time. Well, I've got to take the mute off.
That might help.
Hear that, Carter?
I do. I like it. I like it.
That's Lance. That's Stockwell on guitar. They've kind of got this power groove thing.
Oh, yeah.
I have a contact thing.
Time changes everything. It's time.
That guitar tone is immaculate.
Thank you. North Rocker Bourbon, Marshall, KTM, CSL. I knew that long.
Raw that shit. Oh my goodness. Listen to that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you think, JoJo Chick Rock? Randy Bell, you liking that?
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
The guitarist has great rhythm chops as well.
Thank you.
Real James Hetfield got a down picking going.
Well, another influence.
What's that?
Another influence.
Well, mine too.
To the end.
Right.
I loved it. That was badass.
Who did that video for you?
Somebody, I think in Poland.
That was a Polish.
Poland.
Wow.
Polish PR guy that we worked with for a little while.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And so did you guys. I mean, that is really just a superb song, bro. That's fucking idol right there, guys.
Sound quality is lovely. Where'd you record?
Right here where we are.
We're actually setting in our recording studio, so we do everything here.
All right, so is that what this is right here, guys?
Yeah, that's it.
El Guapo Studios.
El Guapo Studios, Dallas-based studio committed to provide bands with an incredible and affordable to recording their music. Hit Lance Lutz or bye-bye. So kick ass. There it is. Sounding great.
Where's it located?
We're actually about 15 minutes outside of downtown Dallas, in between Dallas and Waxahachie.
Oh, so like Red Oak area?
Exactly. Matter of fact, you just nailed it. That's the zip code. Yeah.
Would that be just south of Bear Creek?
It would be.
I'm showing my geography now, aren't
Exactly.
I? Well, hey, I want to back up to the chats, man, because we had Iron Jaw in the chats earlier. And man, I want to apologize to you guys and everyone because I've just been ignoring the chats. But here's Iron Jaw. Edge of Insanity is one of DFW's best. From one of DFW's best to one of DFW's best right there. We got Shirley blowing up the chats, and then Ville Girl. We got Ville Girl back. Good to see that there. Charlie Humbert. Do y'all know Charlie Humbert?
We do.
What's up?
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie's a badass guitar player from a kick-ass band out of Oklahoma called Rid Them All.
Oh, nice.
All right. There you go, Charlie. Good to hear from you tonight. Thanks for joining us in the chats, and don't go anywhere. Here we are. See, he's already all the way back at underwear.
Already.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie just bought Dan's underwear, so we're good.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Hey,
y'all got any other videos coming through the pipeline?
Raylene B. Moore. That's what it is. When is the next EP going to be ready? So how about that? Boom, boom. Dave Jarvis.
She doesn't get to ask that question.
Yeah. She's probably going to ask when disease is going to
Okay, well, she's glad you didn't stick with the tribute path, and so am I, as much as I love Halford.
Tribute thing, that's where, so my first foray back into music when we moved here in 15 was, I got linked in with a, it was going to be a Black Sabbath tribute band.
Right.
And that's when, when that was kind of falling apart, I ended up linking up with Gary, and we were going to do an Aussie Sabbath crossover. And then between guitar players, we ended up talking to Sturgis. Sturgis came in. We started playing something completely different. And then I think, one time that you played with us, and that was about all it took to convince you that it was worth coming out of retirement?
Well, I mean, I was coming out of retirement just because, I mean, let's be honest, it was Gary. I was coming out of retirement for our drummer. Yeah, I mean, but, he for whatever reason, I think.
What's your relationship with Gary, Allen?
I've known Gary now for about 5.5, 6 years. I was doing another project, and we were all rehearsing in the same building. And Gary, what was the name of that band?
Gary's band?
Yeah, the one was the one he jumped back in and he left. Collide. Gary was in a band called Collide Over Me that they were down the hall from us. And believe it or not, we were on a break. I heard them doing Man in the Box, and I was like, wow, that's tight as shit.
Love Alice in Chains.
So I went down there and basically opened up the door to their jam room so I could see him and hear him. And me and Gary have kind of been friends ever since.
Good move.
Dude, Collide Over Me is a badass band.
Right on.
Also, Alice in Chains is awesome.
Nothing wrong with the chains.
Nope.
Man in the Box, a great song. So, yeah.
All right. So, what about that new music? When can we expect new Edge of Insanity music? Tell us all about it.
Vocals.
You guys have obviously had the convenience of recording at your home studio. It should be out of the fucking park, right?
It's gonna be. It's and I'm not trying to talk over Sturgis or anything, but since
hey, Sturgis, we'll come back to you. We got you, baby.
Since we recorded the EP, Sturgis and I have jumped in on better mics and some better equipment. So this new stuff that's coming out is going to be obnoxious, fun, and fucking heavy, and
dark.
Very, very dark. And
how about, what's it called?
Well, it depends on which section we're talking about, because again, we just recorded 16 new songs.
Okay, that's important. We're talking about 16 songs, and you like all 16 of them? Are you in love with all of them?
Yeah, they'll all be released. We're thinking about doing a batch of EPs scheduled out.
Man, that's probably a damn good plan.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen, though, is you're going to get up to that third CD release in, 9 months from now, and already have 16 more songs recorded in your home studio.
Well, I mean, funny you mentioned that. Sturgis and I have already started working on 2 new songs.
It never ends.
It's a never-ending cycle, man.
It's the best problem to have.
I'll get a text message from this fucker at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, hey, man, I got this idea, and he'll send me some lyrics. And then the next time we're over here, he'll play me a basic idea, and we'll sit here for the next 2 hours, basically beating it to death and making it a song.
All right, so Dave Jarvis, what do you think? They've got 16 songs. Should they release a 12-song record, or should they release 3 EPs here?
Well, the thing that with things that are going the way that they are, it seems to be the more economically feasible thing to do a song at a time.
Especially if you have a video producer out of Poland.
Exactly. But far be it from me to tell any artist how they should release their music.
Oh, we're just talking, man.
It's more or less you have to release it how it's consumed. People don't won't consume a full-length album, but they might consume singles, especially if it shows up in a feed. If an algorithm puts out the song at the top of something to listen to, but if that song is old, then it's gone. It gets lost. So if you constantly stay fresh by doing multiple releases, then your exposure and visibility is much greater.
Well, now all of a sudden, I don't feel like people again, because I would consume the full record, but I understand people.
Right, but the way it gets presented to people out there in the world is through an algorithm, much like you explained earlier. So
much like what we're doing right now. Right now, we have 6 people on the panel. I mean, the algorithms are going like orgasmic and have been for the last 40 minutes.
Right. So the same way with releasing singles or EPs. I mean,
yeah, you got to figure out a way to squeeze the juice. And you're probably right. 3 EPs, and you got to have a video with every song release.
Pretty much, whether it's a lyric video, a picture video, or an actual production.
No, it has to be a video like the song we just watched.
And we liked the song. It was a great song.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I dug it. I'm easygoing, but I still loved it. I thought it was badass.
But it has to be that quality of a video, and it has to be a video.
Right.
I mean, I'm again, like Dave, I'm not telling you, Sturgis, how to do your music. We're communicating together, you know.
Sure.
If you're not going to release an EP here in 2023 as a band, when you have 16 songs that you love and ready to go, then, you know, the other side of that is if you're releasing them as singles, one song at a time, and even on an EP, then, you know, it's that video, man.
Yep.
Yeah, if y'all just release like a song a month, you'll be set for the next year and a half.
It might end up that way.
That's kind of, I mean, when we say EPs, I'm kind of with you where I'm that old school guy. I like to have something in my hand. I like to look at it. I like to smell it. I like to put it in the CD player. However you consume your music. I'm still not comfortable with doing everything digitally. You know, I still have a garage full of CDs. I got Ricky's last CD. It's sitting out there in all my collection. And
what'd you just say? Did you say my CD?
Yes, sir.
You're nationwide, bro.
I'm bad. You're nationwide. Hey, Lance, thank you for the shout.
Yes, sir. Dude, I enjoyed the hell out of that CD.
That's cool that people still have CD players.
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
Dude, I do. The new truck I just bought, it's got everything. I mean, it does everything short of jerking you off while you're driving. But there's no fucking CD player in the truck.
Well, just watch out. It'll hit the fucking brakes if you get too close.
Exactly. Yeah. It damn sure does that.
Wait 5 years, it'll be retro, and all the hipsters will think it's cool.
Right?
He's got a
point, dude. We're totally going to autonomized cars. They're already a computer. They want to drive you already.
Do y'all do vinyl?
We haven't talked about it. Somebody in Phoenix just hit us up about possibly doing a run of vinyl. We haven't talked about it yet. I don't, outside of a couple of, like, my brother and a couple of the people, I really don't know a whole lot of people that actually still consume vinyl.
Right, like it has to be cost effective. Like we don't have the fan base to warrant the production of vinyl at the cost that it is to produce it at the moment.
Okay, well, since we're on that, just tell me, what is cost effective? What does that mean?
For me, I mean, cost effective music consumption, really honestly, and Lance hates this, is thumb drives, because everybody has access to a USB port. And it's cheaper than a physical copy, and it's more consumable. So, vinyl.
So you're talking about selling that thumb drive, or?
Oh yeah. for sure.
Mhm.
Because it'll contain all the same content a vinyl or a CD would. Only it's just going to be, a JPEG versus an actual photo.
Well, and you can also drop more stuff on there. You can put pictures on there. You can put
Everything.
other
Links,
media
media links, social media links. You can put the whole EPK on it.
And
everything.
I agree with him. It does all that. It just doesn't reproduce sound quality.
No, it's
Very
possible.
true. That is very true.
That's
All right.
why I'm old school. I insisted when we did the EP, I insisted that, hey man,
CDs.
let's at least do 100 copies of the EP physical. And I'm here to tell you the CD sounds different than what you hear when you stream it.
Well,
Not wrong.
streaming is different, but the USB thumb drive can be the same audio quality as a disc because it's not beholden to YouTube loudness wars. So
I have to defer to him on that. He knows more about that than I do.
Yep. Streaming platforms squash music for headroom. That's just what it is.
It is what it is. Yep.
Yep.
Well, and I was referring to efficiency because I don't know. You guys are probably not making a dime, but you're positioning yourselves to, and rightfully so, right? And so
Right.
I am very curious to know, how you plan on making a buck doing this.
Well, I mean, let me start off by saying, because of Scarlet Entertainment, because of the drive of these guys that are sitting next to me, we don't do anything for free. I mean, we're
good capitalists.
Yeah, we're not claiming a tax return yet, but we're
You're not spending money. Is that what you're saying? You're not
No.
spending money?
We are
Because
officially-
that's like half the battle. If you can get to where you're not spending money as a band.
outside of mine and Sturgis's microphone addiction, we're not spending money.
we're efficient enough with how we spend things that we're able to be self-sufficient when we order merch. We're able to, everything that we get back from the music goes back into it. So unless it's, new gear, that happens.
That's why I say, we're suckers for microphones. So, I mean, dude, if somebody's got an honest to God
Deal.
early to mid 70s version of a Beta 87, hit up me or Sturge because we would really like to have one.
All right, so there you go. Beta 87, everybody.
Exactly.
Do y'all stream exclusively off of your website?
No, we're on.
I don't know.
No, as far as the audio goes, no, that's a platform worldwide, and as platforms come about, they will be added automatically through our distribution service.
And we're streaming on iHeart Music too.
Yeah, we are on iHeart Music.
All right.
Nice.
Well, can we go ahead and make a decision? When are we going to release the first EP? Do we have a video production lined up for the first single?
So no one know, but I'm going to say 2023 by the end of it is probably a good estimate. We do need to cut vocals, and then any auxiliary instrumentation, things like that, will be added, and then obviously it has to hit mix down. So go from there. So
But once they are done, it's going to be a lot. There's going to be less delay between each one.
we'll schedule it from there.
Yeah.
It'll be scheduled releases. We're not just going to push it all out to the world so it gets forgotten in a week. So
No, we plan on infecting your news feeds on Facebook, Instagram,
YouTube, all that.
YouTube. We plan on infecting your shit from now until somewhere in the mid 2024.
Sure.
Yeah.
What about terrestrial radio?
I know college radio stations love us. Outside of that,
We don't fit in underneath that 3.5 minute format for FM radio, so the commercials can justify the airwaves. So
Yeah, I mean, we average what, 5.5 to 6.
Yeah, I mean, we're not.
Well, what about KNON? The KNON player stuff over there?
The music's been sent. To whether or not it has been played, that is not a question I can answer at this time.
I think.
Yep. Okay, well, there's one outlet, and this is another. You guys make yourselves at home here, and we'll be happy to play your music here.
And we got no problem with that, Ricky.
Hell yeah.
Damn right. Hey, let's talk about All Things Metal and the All Things Metal Festival coming up here. How's that sound?
Fucking A right.
I gotta get going, but it was nice seeing you guys. Keep it metal.
Hey, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, bro.
You
Thank
too.
you, bud.
I will.
Hey,
And you know
Cardi,
what?
thanks for being with us tonight, man. You take care, brother. Safe travels.
Keep supporting metal of all sorts.
Thank you.
I'm following you guys on Instagram as well. So
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
no problem. Take care.
Good to
I
see you.
love that
Cody.
graphic. Hey, see you next week, Cardi.
Always, brother.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Bye bye.
All right. I am looking for, here we go, right here. Can you guys see this?
Yes, sir.
All Things Metal, Pissing Razors, Witherfall, Edge of
Pissing Razors.
Insanity.
Fucking love Pissing Razors, man. They're awesome.
Hell yeah.
Cool dudes.
If you guys, especially you, Ricky, if
Yeah.
you have not checked out Witherfall, please go do it. If Witherfall, they're dark as hell, they're melodic as hell, and everybody in the band is a fucking top-notch musician. And I mean, Jesus Christ, Joseph can break glass. I mean, fuck, all you need to know is he took over vocal duties for Sanctuary.
Yep.
There you go. All right. Well, when I was over here earlier, some sound came up. Let me accept that. Can you guys hear that engine rev? I don't know if y'all can hear that or not.
No.
Nothing here.
I hear some cocaine, but
I need to find it so I can hit stop. Is that it? There we go. I got it. Okay. All right. Well, guys, man, we have a very special guest in the backstage green room that I'm going to bring on. I want to encourage you guys in the Edge of Insanity to stay with us tonight and, hang out. I have no idea how long our special guest is going to be with us, but I'm going to go ahead and bring this up on my screen as part of my introduction here. I was listening to a program called Waste Some Time with Jason Green last year. And Tommy Skitch hopped on there, formerly of Tesla. And right after that, I went over and checked out this band, Resist and Bite. I've listened to this self-debut record more than any other record in the year of 2022, and it got me through some dark times. And tonight, guys, we are going to be baptized by fire, formerly of the Lynch Mob, currently of Resist and Bite. Everybody, welcome to the panel tonight. It's Nathan Utz, the one and only. Thank you, Nathan.
Hey, man, it's good to be here.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How are you doing, sir? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. God, I love being here. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, yeah. I'm figuring out my screen here real quick so that I can get you up here.
Oh, it's all good.
Let's see if I do that right there. How about that? Hello, sir. We can see you.
Got my resistant bite hat on. I'm all good. I'm ready to go.
Man, that's some really nice looking hat you got right there.
It's our trucker hats, man. We got them on our website. You can get them on our website.
It looks like a Raider hat to me.
Yeah, right. Well, that's dude. That's so funny that you said that because every time I see like Raiders fans from a distance, it looks like the Resist Fight logo. I'm like, oh look, Resist Fight fans.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Well,
Free
hey,
advertisement.
does anybody on our panel have a question for Nathan Utz of Resist and Bite? Did anybody listen to Resist and Bite this week or today?
Yes, sir. I like it. It sounds good.
Nice.
Y'all are playing up at Mavericks on the 2nd or 3rd?
What city is that?
That's Arlington. It's March the 2nd.
Yeah.
And it's next Thursday. So tonight's Wednesday night. It's next week.
Yeah, it's a week from tomorrow, man.
That's correct. And so that's March the 2nd in Arlington, Texas.
Yeah, crazy.
That's a great
venue. I can't believe you guys are playing that club. It's a great venue.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
I know y'all are going to pack it out. That's why I can't thank you enough for being here tonight, because I know this will go at least a little way, but I think a long way towards going ahead and filling up that venue. All our friends will be there. We're going to have a great time, and I know you guys are going to deliver the goods.
Oh, dude, we're excited, man. We haven't been on the road in a while, and we're like really anxious to get out, especially after the new song is coming out February 28th. I sent it to you, so I know you heard it.
I did. I listened.
Actually, the first cat that I've gotten, like we talked about it earlier tonight, dude. You're the first guy that I've got to talk to about this. I've talked to other guys in the past when we were talking about the release of it and hadn't even been mastered or mixed or anything, and but I'm super excited. I'm so glad and tickled that you're the first.
Okay, so what he's talking about, everybody, is the brand new song by Resist and Bite. It's going to drop next week, February the 28th.
Yeah.
And you were kind enough to send it to me. It's called Baptized by Fire. Sounded great.
Yeah, dude. It's love it to death. It's the direction we're going. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to the record, certain songs on that album, like
you took it. I was about to say it.
Yeah. That's kind of like the
there's another song I heard.
We're headed towards, we're working.
Okay, everybody. There's a song on the self-titled record called I. It starts with some screaming. It's just a good heavy song with some good wailing guitar. It's good. It's good. Good heavy rock and roll.
Yeah. It's just the sound that we're kind of drifting towards, So Baptized is really kind of like hitting the shore of finally hitting land as to what it is we're really approaching, and we're hoping for much more. We have so much more material. I mean, we got like 2 or 3 records worth of material right now that are kind of in that vein. And stuff that kind of extends in different ways as well. So, we're just reaching, you know what I mean? We're reaching for any area that we've never tapped into before. And that's one. So.
And of course, we would play Baptized by Fire for you tonight, everybody, but we can't. It releases next week.
You got to wait. And guess what? We're playing it at those shows in Texas.
So all right, you'll be hearing the song Baptized by Fire. And
actually, as it turns out, I think the date was whoever's at those shows gets to hear that track before it's released. Right?
Because the song comes out next Tuesday night.
Right.
So everybody's saving your dollars to purchase this song. It comes out next Tuesday night.
Right. Yeah, I'm so scattered. Like it's been so long, but yeah, number wise, yeah, you're right. It's like several days after that, after it gets released, we'll be playing it. So
well, Nathan, what's so exciting about this is that the record came out over a year ago, and I'm going to ask you when in just a second, but it's been a while. So this is the first Resist and Bite. Us fans that really like the record and listen to the record, we've been wanting some new music. And so this is it, the first new song in a year, right?
Yeah, you're right. September.
Okay, so when did the debut record release?
Yeah, it was September last year.
Last year? September of 2022?
Yeah. It was last year.
No way.
Yeah, I think it came out in September, I think.
Wow. Crazy. I feel like I was listening to it for a year now.
Well, hey, man, not that September.
Okay. So in 2021.
Yeah. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're in 2023. I got you, man. We're in 2023 now. So it came out in 2021. and I probably listened to it around the 1st of 2022. So
Yeah.
I've been listening to it for over a year now. And
Yeah,
it's a great record because everybody knows we've been through the pandemic, isolation, separation, all this. And so, you know, even without that, you know, life is challenging and times have a way of getting dark.
right.
And music is our, you know, true therapy that gets us through it, you know.
Oh,
And so that Resist and Bite record, Nathan, has been my therapy for 2022. Thank you, brother.
yeah, hey, dude, thank you. You know, again, I don't remember the exact release date. I can't remember exactly when it came out. Like it, you know, just like everything, the last couple of years I think the whole society has been such a blur. You know what I mean? Like, you know, somebody could pinpoint. You know, I could probably turn around and give you the exact date of that release and everything. But you know, we were just happy to get it out. You know, I don't think you know, some people are how bad COVID was, and it was, you know, it's obviously a subject, it's the elephant in the room. But I think if it wasn't for COVID, we would have never made the record. You know, everybody was so busy, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like dead wood. Everybody stopped, you know. So we were very fortunate enough to be isolated together to make that record, you know. Otherwise, it probably would have never happened, you know.
Well,
and
I
as
like
soon as
those
the
stories.
and as soon as the restrictions were lifted, there was just an explosion of music.
Right. You know, and then people getting ready to go back to clubs and, you know, playing out. It's like I remember, you know, doing some shows just last year where it was like it was a little surreal seeing people on the floor again. You know what I mean? It was kind of strange. So that's unusual to even say that.
Well, you know, there's a lot of things we could talk about there, and I would love to spend the time talking about it. But the things I'm really interested in, Nathan.
You know what I mean? It's the past.
Well, man, I'm a die with your boots on guy, man. I'm taking a step forward always and finding the best always, you know?
Yeah, for me too. I'm the same way. It's like, you know, people always ask if your cup's half empty or half full, and I'm like, man, I got a cup.
I'm moving forward, man. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Who did you record with?
Well, I want to ask you, Nathan, if you don't mind, how did you get together with Resist and Bite? Because I don't think that story is really out there. And forgive me if I, you know, should be aware. But how did this project come together? Can you walk us through it?
Yeah. Like real quick, you know, at the time, the original drummer, Dave Parks, who's not with us anymore. Now we have Mike Foreman as the drummer for Resist and Bite, who is also in Pandora's Box with me, that Aerosmith tribute band that I have. I've been with him for 7 years. And so as soon as Dave exited,
Draw the line.
Yeah, as soon as Dave exited.
Hey, do y'all cover Draw the Line?
Yeah, we do it.
Fucking A. All right,
Yeah.
keep going.
As soon as Dave exited, Foreman came in. But David Parks, through Perry Richardson, who's close friend, brother of mine, godfather to my oldest son. He was in Firehouse, obviously Striper. But he called Perry and was looking for a singer. And Perry suggested me. And at the time I was with Lynch, you know, and so Dave Parks was kind of the guy that kind of put the band together. He had done some work with Tommy in a band called Skin Suit. Him and Tommy had done a record. And then he knew Steve Stokes and Brian Powell from Nashville. They were doing bands together in Nashville. So he kind of put the band together through phone calls. And it just went from there. It was kind of like a Matchbox 20 kind of thing. Like it was a phone call, this guy. And then we got together and just me and Tommy and Stokes started writing a bunch of music. And it just kind of went from there.
So y'all really didn't have connections prior to that? It was more management and friends putting you all together?
Yeah, it was just more, you know, I know this guy and I know that guy. Could I get this guy? You know, and so it kind of worked out that way. It was, oddly enough, me and Tommy.
Yeah, I have to ask the obvious. How did Tommy come into this picture?
Well, you know, me and Tommy were going to cross paths a long time ago when I was in the Blondes. we were supposed to tour with Tesla, and I broke my leg playing soccer, indoor soccer, which I wasn't supposed to be doing, but it happened. So we had to cancel that tour. So I didn't run into him a long time ago. But strangely enough, like literally like 2 weeks before I got the call about Tommy, I was out on the road doing acoustic shows with Frank Hannon.
Wow,
Because
how about that?
yeah, because I was touring at that time with Lynch Mob, and we were doing shows with Tesla.
Mhm.
And Frank asked me if I wanted to do some acoustic gigs with him.
Mhm.
So I said, yeah, for sure. I mean, what are you going to turn that down? So of course,
No, he's got to be a super cool
right,
dude.
so it's like I get off of doing a show or so with Frank, and then like 2 weeks after that, like Tommy Skio calls me. I'm like, well, Dave Parks called me, but you know, right after that, Tommy calls me personally, you know, and it was like, I'm looking to my God in the sky. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Wow.
You know, so I like really like it happened that quick. And
Very cool.
Tommy, me and Tommy were going to Nashville. He came and picked me up in Atlanta. We were going to Nashville, so we had a 4-hour drive in a car together. First time I ever met him.
Yeah.
Like Tommy freaking Skio, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
So we're in a
Now
car.
you're burping and farting together.
Dude, we're in a car together for 4 hours, and he's old school like me. So he's got CDs, and he's like, listen to this and listen to this. And I'm driving because put it this way, it's funny. We drove for like the first 30, 45 minutes, and we got on the highway. And I'm like, hey, man, let's get some gas, you know, and like pull it over. I was like, hey, I'll drive. Let me drive,
See?
you know, because don't get me wrong. He's awesome. But Tommy's like the kind of guy that likes to look at you and talk to you while he's driving. Like, no, we're not doing that, you know.
He's like telling stories.
Yeah, so I start driving, you know. So, but that frees his hands to like put all this music in. I think it was meant to be, you know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
So he's playing all these discs, and literally by the time we got to Nashville, and I had never met anybody. I had met Dave or Brian or Steve. I hadn't met anybody. Neither had Tommy. Tommy only knew Dave. He had never met Steve or Brian. So there's like 2 or 3 guys that kind of met and knew each other at that point, but the rest of us know, you know, it was like weird. It's like meeting your mother-in-law on the wedding day. You know what I mean? It was kind of strange. So, but in the time from Atlanta to Nashville, we had listened to so much instrumental music that Tommy had written, and it was just clicking for me. It was like this floodgate opened up, and we literally like had half of the album out there.
Wow.
Now
How
I
about
wouldn't
that?
say lyrics. All the lyrics that I wrote didn't happen right there in the car, but
No, I get you. But he was playing the music for you.
keys and everything was like falling into place before we even got to Nashville.
Wow.
And like we're taking a photo
That's hustling, baby.
there with guys neither one of us had ever met, you know. So yeah, it was meant to be.
Yeah, yeah. So what about the song Fate?
Yeah.
That seems to be the one on the record that people like the most.
Yeah.
How did that come together?
That was a Tommy riff and my lyrics. It actually was
Blow It to Pieces.
Yeah, actually it was a song that him and Dave Parks and they actually had another singer before me. So they were doing like over the phone recording, like again, Steve Stokes and Tommy had never met, but they were doing recordings and stuff together. So they had a singer, Chris, great guy. He's actually in Hairball. Great singer, awesome singer. And he had lyrics to some of those tracks, and I kind of just wanted them to kind of just erase that and let me start over. And so I put new lyrics to that song, but that song had kind of already been recorded, just had different lyrics to it. So I changed it, and it was very inspirational for me. Wrote that actually in a bathtub.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fate is what we
bathtub, man, and had my earbuds in and just kind of chilling in the hot water, just some things hit me, and I just came with it, with what it was.
Yeah, kick ass. And what about the video?
Yeah, the video.
Like that video was kick ass. My grandson loves it.
Yeah, it's a lot of studio and rehearsal time in that footage. A lot of green screen stuff in it. Yeah, it's a cool video. Yeah.
Yeah, my grandson loves it. Who is the girl at the front of the video?
Oh, at the front?
Mm-hmm.
The girl?
Yeah, you have a video for the song Fate.
That is Dave Parks.
And there is, who is it?
It's Dave Parks, the drummer at the time.
Yeah, no, there's a young girl watching TV.
Yeah, that's his daughter.
Okay, yeah, that's it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's awesome, kid.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's a great record, and I could go on all night, talking about how good it is. I like all the songs, It's got everything from I have a good question for you. Chinese Democracy.
What about it?
It's never going to
like
happen.
It?
Is it a good thing?
Do you listen to it?
President Xi will never allow that.
Yeah,
quit. No, the record, everybody.
And as long as they don't get rid of Lo Mein, I'm cool, man.
Hey, Nathan, I guess I already have my answer. Have you ever listened to Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy?
Sure, I have.
Okay, because I feel some of that vibe on this record somehow.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a little bit of a Guns N' Roses vibe. Sure. This record has everything from a little bit of a Guns N' Roses vibe. It's got some straightforward, like Priest, classic.
I've gotten that. I've gotten the Priest vibe.
Yeah, like Hellbent for Leather. Now, for the record, British Steel.
I've gotten some things,
Yeah, it's got some of that. It's got some of that British Steel, like classic Priest.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, Steve Stokes is a huge Priest fan.
But now, for the record, if anybody goes to listen to Resist and Bite for Judas Priest, you're not going to get that.
No.
Yeah. I'm just kind of getting you in the area.
Right.
That it's that good. I mean, this Resist and Bite record, what would you call it? Is it just full on heavy rock and roll?
No, the whole record's not. I mean, we've got there's some more laid back stuff in there too, a little bit more thought out material that's not just full throttle power driving rock. I mean, obviously we're all metalheads, it's what we grew up on, it's what inspired us, but we also have the inspiration of people like Paul McCartney and Peter Gabriel and people like that, believe it or not, kind of shines a little bit in some of the tracks, like Till Tomorrow is a song that's not what you would expect. The last track is a song I wrote when I was like 20 years old. It was actually my first, there's a funny story about that. Say What You Want is that song was recorded live. The third take is the actual recording of that song. We were all in the room on acoustics and djembe thing, and completely live, no frills, no edited tracks, no additional edited stuff done to it. Mike Rosen, our producer, God bless him, wanted that to be completely live. It was a song that I was actually not only flattered, but a little shocked that we were going to put it on there. I've had that song since I was kind of a kid. It was my first.
Which one? Say that again, Nathan. Which song?
It's the very last song on the record. It was me and Perry Richardson. We're going to start writing country music because he had played with Craig Morgan for a while. But this was before he was even with Craig Morgan. He was still at Firehouse, and I was living with him at the time before I met my wife in Myrtle Beach. And he was like, man, I want to write some country music. Why don't you write some with me? Start writing.
You know what's funny about that, Nathan? I have to give a shout out to my co-host now, Dave Jarvis here. Hey, Dave, say hi to Nate, will you?
Jarvis. Is your last name Jarvis?
It is.
Dude.
Dave Jarvis plays in a country band called DANK.
Hey.
And they're the kickest assest fucking country band you'll ever hear.
Hey, Dave, where are you from, bro?
I grew up in Texas, but I'm originally from California.
Okay. Well, I'm from Virginia, bro. And guess what my mother's maiden name is?
Oh, yeah?
Jarvis.
Nice.
How about that?
Yeah.
We're spread out all over.
Yeah, we are. You got some Cherokee Indian in you, boy?
Probably.
It's all hillbilly Irish.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which is another term for Cherokee Indian.
Yeah, right.
I got enough Cherokee in me. Also Irish.
Right on.
German.
So anyway, me and Perry were starting to embark on country music. Just to hit it and Say What You Want was literally my first attempt at a country song, and it turned out to be like a Joe Walsh kind of tune, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like my, crappy attempt at doing country, which is funny.
Say what you want.
And my dad was the attorney for the Statler brothers for years.
Okay, there's nothing country sounding about it, Nathan. I hate to let you down.
I sucked at it,
The Statler brothers
like classical.
Statler brothers are fucking awesome.
Yeah, my dad was their lawyer for like 25 years. So I grew up around country music. I grew up around, all those people: Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, Loretta Lynn, Barbara Mandrell, Leroy Lewis, Jerry Reed. I grew up around all these people, so it was like I listened to, I kind of grew up around country music, but it never really, obviously it didn't take,
Lucky for you.
Yeah.
Kids, you gotta rebel. You gotta rebel against what your parents say.
Yeah, that was my first stab at country music, was Say What You Want. But it's got attitude about it, and it was kind of poetic that the song really just kind of says, say what you want. I am who I am, So this record, for not only Tommy, but
it's a nice closer to the record.
Right. It was a nice closure of going, hey, look, God, this is what we got. Whatever. You like it or you don't. Whatever. Because at the end of the day, dude, it's about your wife and kids and God, and success is not measured by that. Measured by,
Did those heartbroken old school country lyrics bleed into how you write?
Not so much, bro. It's a heavy record.
Honestly, no, not so much.
It's a heavy record. I'll go through the song titles for you real quick. The first song is called Blood on Me.
Okay.
It's a heavy, hard rocker, okay? The second song is called Fate.
Right.
The guitars are so wailing, it sounds like it sounds like Leslie West almost, it's real mountainish, like super heavy poppy killer. It's called Fate. The next song's called Bombs. I mean, it's another heavy song, guys. All right. The next song's called A Soul to Marry. Now, this is one of Nathan's songs. I can kind of feel maybe some of that vibe you're talking about coming through on that song.
It's false evangelism.
All right, false evangelism. And then the next song is called I. And I is a real confidence builder. It's a good song to wake up to in the morning.
Yeah, I agree.
Already Said. Now that kind of slows back down. That's a kind of a love song. It's a backwards love song, isn't it?
Yeah, and Tommy, that was a Tommy inspired song.
It's kind of a backwards slap.
Yep.
Now, who would you say is a false evangelical?
When, because I'm Christian, I'm not a great Christian. I'm not a perfect Christian, but,
that's what makes you both of those.
Yeah, I recognize, and false evangelism to me is, exactly what it means. There's just so many people out there that
it's Robert Tilton, man.
Yeah, when when you're looking at the ones that are the people that are.
Somebody's in the audience
The
tonight.
I
the
give it to you,
the
Jesus. You
the,
know,
folk,
Put your
the folks
hand to the screen
and
and pray with me tonight. The
hey,
Lord is
talk
talking
to
to
me.
you.
you
Feel
talking
the
about
Reach
thing.
deep
the
in your
Yeah,
pocketbook.
yeah, right.
you
Feel the
talking
heat.
about the Joel Osteens of the world.
Jesus knows you got that 20. Jesus knows you got that 20. You know what I mean?
We're gonna spit that demon out tonight.
Hey, dude, the funny thing is Blood on Me is about the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. It's the heaviest song on the record.
Hey, they'll crucify you
Oh,
within
dude,
3
people
days for telling the truth
think,
every
man,
time.
that's so awesome. Yo, yo. I'm like, they have no idea it's about the crucifixion of Christ.
Yeah, I kind of, but as an artist, I really try to appreciate music with, a broad perspective.
Yeah, man. And then and that's the goal, is to try to make it like a household, to where it means something different to someone else. You know what I mean? Like bombs is about PTSD. I never even considered or even thought about that until it was happening to my friends. I was like, wow. Like I'm like, that's bull crap. They go whenever they come home and they're all messed up in the head, whatever. And then you see it happening to people that are really close to you, and then you're like realizing, like, this is not a joke. This is crazy.
It
So
is crazy.
same with Soul for Mary. It's like you see this, and you have to bear witness to it and at least bring it to the surface. I don't do it with the intention of, like, I'm not trying to be some political activist or anything. I'm not trying to, hey,
It's
look.
all good. I get you.
No, I'm breathing out what comes out of my brain.
Yeah, we live with it, man.
Up, so.
It's part of our lives.
But my heart's in the right place,
Sure it is, man. It's part of our lives, Nathan. I've got family. I've got friends that have given, served. I've got, friends that have died. I've got a friend, believe it or not, who's been on dialysis for 10 years.
Right.
He served in Desert Storm.
Right.
And nobody lives on dialysis for 10 years. I don't know if you know that.
No.
But I've got a friend who's still alive on dialysis twice a week for 10 fucking years.
It's because he still has a purpose, man. There's still something there,
He encourages me every day. Like, I don't talk to him every day, but I don't have to. He talks to me.
Me by him encouraging you. You know what I mean? It's
hey,
like,
bro, when like my shit ain't going right, I just think about him barely getting over to Liberty dialysis,
right, dude,
to have all of his blood drained,
right,
and cleaned and put back in so he can live a couple more days.
Yeah.
I have a bad habit of that.
Right. You got to get up and just brush your teeth and eat a sandwich, right?
Well, I got to do a little more than that, but
hey, man, you don't know what it's like to wipe your ass unless you don't have any hands.
Well, there you go. There you go. So hey, I want everyone to know, on a positive note here real quick, Dave, there are more songs on this record, but there are at least 3 more heavy songs. And I've already mentioned like 5, right? So Crazy is heavy.
Yeah.
Up in Flames is possibly the heaviest. That's the kind of Priest that could be on British Steel or even Hell Bent for Leather.
Yep.
And then Scream. All right. So I want everybody to know that there's a good time to be had there, and the record does slow down a couple of times with some. I mean, it's it's not my favorite record for no reason.
I channeled my Wayne Static on Scream, dude.
Yeah.
I did my Wayne Static on Scream, dude. I felt him. I got so angry in that song because the chorus was just a repetitive thing, and Mike Rosen kept badgering me like all week for like 20 days, dude. He was badgering me, going, "You got something better for that chorus. You got something better." And I'm like, "No, dude, I got it the way I got it." The stubborn songwriter thing. I got it. It's the way I'm going to do it now. And then just out of spite, dude, I wrote that. I was like, "Don't you want to do it? Is it pushing you through?" And I was like, "Everybody out of the way." The only reason I was even saying, I was like, just get out of my way. Rosen, you're freaking killing me with this, man. And it's like, But that's
Bro,
what,
I want to tell you that's the song that I think reminds me of something that you might hear on Chinese Democracy.
you're right. You're right. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that, I am that analytical and kind of find a place for everything and a way to describe it, but I do.
Oh, you investigate.
Well, it's just what I do. I listen to music all the time.
Right.
Music is my redemption.
It's
That's
everybody's,
it's as far as I get.
Yeah, it's everybody's. It doesn't judge us.
No. And this record in particular, it's an experience. I like to think of music as a ride, like life is a ride, and music is like a park, like an entertainment park, like Six Flags. It's
Yeah.
the whole park. So you got 10 rides, Yeah, you got 10 rides.
Highway.
Yeah, you expect each ride to go up and down and round and have a climax, and you expect at least one or two songs to help you shed a tear,
Yeah, you want to table the deal,
or just to be that perfect place to shed a tear,
Yeah, right, exactly.
Be a man about it.
Especially since we're living through the end of days right now.
Yeah, we are, dude. It's every day's the end of days. You do know that, right?
Well, tell us about it, Nathan. I mean, you put your heart into this record, man, and it brought me through a year of darkness. So tell us about it.
Yeah, man, this record meant a lot to me. Not only did I get to do it with a huge mentor, but it actually opened up a gate that had been closed for me for like 4 years, man. I'm a very mediocre guitar player. And the one thing that I should have learned to play piano, I didn't. And my mother kind of begged me to do that. She knew it would open up doors for me. So when the writing stopped for me and I was trying to start redoing it again, I hit a block. And then when I literally, dude, seriously, Chris, when I got in the car with Tommy that day going to Nashville, dude, I was not only so inspired by just being with him, and, after being with Lynch for so many years, I kind of had a little bit of confidence.
I want to ask you about that in a minute.
Yeah, I normally didn't have that, and I've always been a kind of a confident person, not an arrogant person, but a confident person. And Tommy, being in the car with Tommy and just the chemistry that kind of just really just came right out of the chute with me and him. And then him interjecting with, I'm just humming melodies to stuff that he's doing. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, all right. Next thing you know, we're like building a tree house going down the freaking road. We're
Kick
excited.
Ass.
So
couple of kids, man.
Gate for me, and as soon as that gate opened, it was like, just, okay, I got it back. I got my mojo back,
Nice.
Yeah. And for a songwriter, that's a big deal, and it just sent me way off into the universe that I'm supposed to be floating around in. So I got lucky with that. So this whole record is really kind of the beginning, I think, of what, man, listen, let's be honest, man. I'm 53 years old. I'm looking at 15, 20 more years of really doing this,
Being able to hit the notes and travel.
Yeah, let's be honest with us. I got kids, 6 kids, 2 grandkids, beautiful wife. Love my life.
You're 53? You look good, man.
Thank you. It's bananas. Eat bananas. As many as you can. No, but yeah.
I'm allergic.
Yeah, right. So I just I've always done what my mom and my dad always said. My dad always said there's many ways to measure success, and usually the best ones are right in front of you. And I got my wife, I got my kids, man. I'm happy, I'm good. And I've had a really good long 35 years in the music industry. I've been pretty successful. This last, decade has been really good for me. Like my kids, they say, "Hey Dad, you're a rock star." I'm like, "No, I sing for one." I know the difference. I'm well aware where I'm at, and I'm just damn, dude, I'm just happy to be a part of what I'm doing right now. Freaking, are you kidding me?
Well, hey, Nathan, what was it like when you first heard Tommy? Like when you first heard the band and you heard those wailing guitars? Because, you know, and I don't know if it's Stokes or if it's Tommy, you know, but somebody is playing a harmonic lead through almost, you know, 100% of all the songs.
Yeah, they fly back and forth off of each other, dude. They're like, it's like Hannon all over again. It's like, but this young fireball, you know, Stokes is, he's the guy behind the curtain, dude.
Well, what was that like the first time you heard those guitars like that? Now you know, you came from George Lynch, and I want to talk about that, but you know, you're familiar with the guy that knows a way is around a guitar, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But these guitars are different. These guys aren't trying to do something that hasn't ever been done before. They're just trying to do it a little better, maybe.
Right. I'll give you, it's like Stokes. Tommy will tell you, Stokes is the technical, you know, robot alien, and Stokes and Tommy.
Is he a producer also?
Oh yeah, and
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and Tommy's the gutter slut. You know?
Yeah, all the way. Yeah, he's my bro.
Those two do this, man. It's like freaking. It's crazy. I will tell you, Blood, the first track.
Blood on Me.
That vocal line, dude, believe it or not, was totally improv when we wrote it, when we first wrote it. What we like to do is we'll lay tracks down when we're doing pre-production stuff and we're like writing songs. We'll lay tracks down when we're together. Usually it's just me and Tommy and Stokes in a room. And we'll lay tracks down. And then when we're done with what we know we're writing, you know, vocally, they'll tell me, they'll go, hey, Nate. And I'm like, well, they go do that freestyle thing. And they'll just throw a track at me I've never heard. And I'll put my headphones on and I'll just like, and just spit some stuff out. You know what I mean?
Because you can hear it.
Right. Blood on Me that was the very first improv vocal thing.
Wow. How about that?
And so I just went back and I cleaned it all up and made it something that actually made sense, you know, but yeah. And then I didn't find out and realize that what I was singing about was the crucifixion of Christ. It was weird, but whatever.
Well, I mean, in a practical sense, like I think that when you're a loving person that loves truth and independence, you know, you're sacrificed at least every 3 days.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, you know, hey man, we all are or should be good in some aspects in life, you know?
Hey, Nathan.
All right.
Hey, Nathan, I got to ask you, since you're from Virginia, what are your thoughts on Guar or Lamb of God?
Oh, God, dude, listen to this. You're going to trip out.
Nice.
So you have to understand my background. My dad worked for Ronald Reagan, Senator Warren, Senator Byrd. My dad was he's a big attorney up in DC. I'm very proud of my dad.
Proud of him too. We're proud with you.
Yeah, I spent Easters in the White House.
You know, maybe he can help us shut it down.
Yeah, right.
Or at least minimize it.
So, you know, I grew up in the political world up in DC and this, that, and the other, right? So all of my brothers and sisters are university kids. They either went to Virginia Tech, UVA, JMU, Southern Sim, Averett, Richmond. They all went to all these colleges, right? Well, I actually got an art scholarship to go to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth University, right? And I didn't go because I wanted to be in a rock band, and my dad wanted. My dad wanted to kill me, right? Well, then
of course, but that's the right decision.
Well, here's what I come to find out, and I didn't know this until literally, I'm not lying to you, until about a year ago, I realized that Guar originated at VCU. I didn't even know that. Blew my mind, dude. I was like, and Guar was how I got the Static X gig when Wayne died. Because me and Bevan Davies, the drummer that was in Static X when Wayne died, is one of my best, closest friends. And we went to the Guar show in Atlanta, and Eddie Ortel, their tour manager, was handling all the Static X memorial show at the Whiskey in LA for Wayne's death. And Bevan introduced me to him, and he said, "This is the singer I was telling you about." So I ended up getting the Static X Memorial gig because I was at a Gore show and didn't even realize that all those cats are from Richmond.
Wow.
Where I grew up and graduated from high school. So there's your Virginia stuff, buddy.
Well, let me ask you this. You said one of your siblings went to Virginia Tech. Did they go there when the shooting happened?
No. This is
Oh, good. Very good.
Early 80s. My dad went to Tech too. My dad also went to Washington Lee. So, yeah.
And what are your thoughts on Lamb of God, also from Virginia?
I don't really know enough about them. I know they're heavy.
Well,
And they have a lead guitarist.
If you get a chance, As the Palaces Burn, their second album is a masterpiece.
Right.
How about that?
Oh,
And if you get a chance,
I totally can appreciate it. Like, like I'm not a huge Metallica fan, but I have mad respect for them. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are super talented, man. You can't knock that. You know what I mean? It's amazing. But I was never like really a big fan. But even Aerosmith, I do this Aerosmith big fan. I'm like, not really. I never really was. I mean, I loved them. Don't get me wrong, but who don't like Aerosmith? But I was not like a nerd. You know what I mean? Like I didn't invest in it.
what did you grow up on, Nathan?
Oh, Don Dokken. Dokken.
Wow, how about that? So there you go.
Yeah,
how
right.
did you end
That
up
was
with
great,
George Lynch and the Lynch Mob? And
Right.
I don't want to get into the juicy details. Like, I'm all about finding the best and everything.
Right.
And my favorite docking story is like the first record. I love the first record.
Dude, anything Dokken ever put out was amazing to me.
I love the first record. I'm one of those, like that first record with Seven Thunders.
Right.
It's got a rawness to it. It's a perfect record to me, really.
Right.
And I don't think they ever reproduced it. So go ahead.
Yeah. I was more of the, under lock and key, tooth and nail. But,
like everyone else,
Yeah, Paris is burning. All that.
No, that's the first record.
Right.
Paris is burning. That's the first record.
Yeah, that's what I got out.
It's got Seven Thunders, breaking the chains around. That's the first record.
Right. So, I got all that, but it was Dokken, obviously Van Halen, old Halen. I was fortunate to have an older brother that turned me on to everything, dude, from Priest to Steely Dan.
Here's to older brothers.
Commodore, Chicago, Meatloaf, freaking Skinner, everybody you can think of, the Cars, BTO, freaking all of it, but I also was heavy influenced in like, believe it or not, like Men at Work.
Yeah.
Loved them. The Cure, but a big Cult fan. I loved the Cult.
Flower Woman.
Billy Idol.
So how did you run into George Lynch?
That was through Blando from Slaughter. Blando and me go way back. Me and him and Will Hunt go way, way back, all the way back to Orlando days when we were all doing circuit bands. He was in a band called Eli, Will was, and I was in a band called Torn Lace. It was right after the Blondes. I needed to be out on the road. So I joined a circuit band, and we were all buds. We all knew each other. It was a big circle. And so Blando, when he was doing the Slaughter thing and the Vince Neil thing or whatever, he called me just out of the blue and said, "Hey, man, would you be interested in, doing the Lynch Mob thing?" And I'm like, "Say that again?" And he's like, "Would you be interested?"
The Lynch Mob thing?
Yeah. He goes, because he turned me on. Actually, he turned on Lynch to me and showed him some of my Aerosmith, Pandora stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Lynch was like, "Man, do you think the guy would do it?" What?
And you're already a huge Dokken fan?
Oh my God.
Or big.
You have no idea the shitstorm that was when he called my phone. I was like, this is not happening. This is really happening. And I I embraced it. You know, I really embraced it hard and heavy. And it was right after the Static X stuff. So I was like kind of getting back into into the world, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
I'd gone dormant for a while, you know. I just was really like didn't really know what I was gonna do. You know what I mean? I really didn't. I knew what I wanted to do, but it's just the avenue wasn't there. So I was kind of scratching, you know, any corner I could find, but not really full into it.
Right.
So that happened. That was like, oh, okay, you know. And at that time, I was doing Pandora, the Aerosmith tribute band, but it was kind of fresh. We were only about 2 or 3 years into it.
Have you ever met Steven Tyler and Joe Perry?
I FaceTime with him and didn't know it.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah, I was doing a show. We were doing the Jazz Fest in Louisiana, and Sarah Tamak, his drummer, in his solo thing, was playing with a girl named Maggie Rose, and they were playing the show with us. It was us, them, and we had a tribute band at the Jazz Fest. Strange. So it was us, them, and who was the other band?
Aerosmith.
Yeah. Anyway, Mickey Thomas. There was a couple bands playing that night. Well, they were watching the show, her and some friends of hers. And when we do Angel, the song Angel by Aerosmith, I usually go out in the crowd and sing to all the ladies.
Yeah.
So I'm singing to them because she looked like she was like in this bachelorette party. And she's doing the phone thing, you know, where I'm singing and she's right there with it like people do, you know.
Nice. Yeah.
No, she's FaceTiming with Steven Tyler. She's
okay.
So,
wow. What an experience.
Yeah, right. That was.
So do you say hi to Steven Tyler?
No, it was him, dude. I didn't. I was just. I was like, you baby. You know, I didn't.
Just imagine what would have happened if you said you were a Nelson fan.
Hey, I'm a Nelson fan. Fuck off.
Gunner's a buddy of mine. I know him. He's good.
Of course, man. Gunner's the shit, dude.
Now, when you auditioned, did you do Dream Warriors?
You know, we never did that song.
Oh, man.
The entire time I was with him, we only did Kiss of Death on his birthday. We were in Detroit, and it was his birthday that night. And he just started. George is famous for just like busting shit out. Like, he doesn't even know if you know it or not. Doesn't really even care. So he's
he just wants to play it because he can, right?
And going, hey, you know this one? It doesn't matter. Listen, we did it. We did it in Sturgis, and Will Hunt was our drummer. You know, from Evanescence.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, Vince Neil and everybody, whatever. Slaughter. And I've known Will forever. Me and him were like really tight. So we were giggling that we were playing that week together. We had a good time. But dude, he started playing. He looked over at Will and started playing like I had written the set down on literally on a pizza box because George was like, write the set. I don't know what we're gonna do, but you know what we do, so just write the set. And I'm like, oh great, so I get to write the set tonight. So I'm writing it all down. So George walks over to the pizza box, literally a pizza box. He walks over to the pizza box and looks at it, and then looks at Will and goes, hey man, do you know Manic Depressant Jimi Hendrix? And Will's like, dude, this is like what? And he's like, yeah, I want to play that. And we're like, I'm standing there, and luckily for me, I know the words to it. It's not that much, but I know the words to it. But to ask a drummer just out of the blue, like Manic Depressant, really, by Hendrix, like, come on, you know, do you know Flight of Icarus? You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing, dude? So he's like, do you know that? And Will's going, he literally leaned over the drum kit and went, Gio, this is way below my pay grade, dude. Do not make me play this song. So like George is famous for that, dude. He will like just start busting out a tune, and you better jump in, you know.
Yeah, he need to hang out with his buddies a little more often then.
Yeah.
Do that.
But, you know,
I mean, Dime used to love to do that shit, you know. Hey, can you play it? Let's go.
Yeah, dude. I learned what's the song? Shit, I can't remember the name of it. I learned that one he did with Ray Gillen, Flesh and Blood. Dude, I had to learn that the day of the show. We were playing in Chicago, Arcadia. And he literally, my plane we just landed. We were at freaking bag check. And he's like, hey, do you know that Ray Gillen tune that I did? And I'm like, no, I've never heard it. He goes, you think we could do that tonight? I'm like, yeah, we will do that tonight. Sure. And if you'd have asked me when I was 15 years old if I could have sang anything by Ray Gillen, I would have. You'd have watched my nuts crawl up in my freaking stomach. No, not happening. But, time and pressure makes things happen. But, yeah, so I did it. So, I mean, he's famous for that, dude.
Hey, before I crash out, Nathan, how do you want to be remembered?
Who, me?
Yes, sir. You.
World in history.
How do you want to be remembered, my brother?
Just in general.
Yes, sir.
March the 2nd.
A lover of my family, my wife, and my children.
There you go. Cheers.
That's it, and that's all.
That's beautiful, Nathan, man. I appreciate it. Hey,
Nathan, would you talk to all of our friends for just a minute and ask them to come out and see your show next Thursday, March the 2nd, Arlington, Texas at Mavericks. Come on out and see Resist and Bite.
Listen, man, I've been working my whole life to get to this point. Mavericks, Resist and Bite, March 2nd.
There it is right there. See that?
Please.
Resist and Bite.
Be there. It's
Thursday, March the 2nd.
Great bunch of guys. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. Just bring yourself. And let's do it like y'all do in Texas. Come on, man. Get your shit together.
I'll tell you what, you're gonna have a great
shit together.
You're gonna have a great time over at Fitzgerald's in San Antonio. I'll guarantee that.
I just want some barbecue when I get there, boys.
I think there's some barbecue in Arlington.
I'm pretty sure there's some in Texas. I've heard.
It's all over Texas, but I'm pretty sure it's right there in Arlington. So I think you're set up. You might catch some in San Antonio also. Hey, how about this, Nathan? Everybody go listen to that record, the self-debuted Resist and Bite record. And if I'm wrong, call me up and, bitch me out or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That record speaks for itself.
Make sure after you bitch us out, give us your address, please.
Yeah. We'll mail you newsletters.
Oh, no. I know where you'll sleep then. That's the best part.
Nate, you my brother, fellow Hellraiser tonight.
Yeah.
So everybody go on out and do some beer drinking and hell raising with us next Thursday night.
Oh, yeah.
I fully intend on being there, so I hope to see you, and maybe we'll do some live promotions or something, Nathan. Thank you so much for joining us, man, and blowing your brains out tonight with Rick E. Warden and David Jarvis. Nathan Utz, everybody.
God bless you.
Be safe out there, brother.
God bless you, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, we've been baptized by fire. Thank you for sending me that song.
You're welcome, dude.
Can we play it next week?
You can. As soon as it's released, you can play it all you want.
All right. And you guys can take all your points that you like.
Yeah.
Here at Outlaw Video TV, I'm not trying to, make money. It'd be nice, everybody'd like to pay their bills, right? But what we're doing more than anything is just having a good time. That's number one. But then, promoting the bands, hoping that we can bring recognition to everyone making good music. And then in this case, see you guys next Thursday at the Mavericks in Arlington, Nathan. It's going to be a great time, man. I'll be up front singing all the songs with you, bro.
Right on, brother. I'll see you there.
And then I want to encourage you to come on back on here anytime you like, man. Just anytime. You guys have any new music, man, you make yourself at home anytime you like right here. Blow your brains out.
Yeah, bro. Invite me anytime. Thank you.
I will. Take care, brother.
Peace out, guys. Love y'all.
Hey, Dave Jarvis, I cannot thank you enough for having a good time. How is your wine buzz doing?
Oh, I'm about ready to crash out, man. But I want to say to our beloved listeners, don't just eat local, listen local.
And with that, I'm going to show my appreciation. I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of songs, man. I got enough time to like take a break and have a good time together with our audience, man. So,
Cool,
my appreciation to everybody for my good friend, David Jarvis. He kicks my ass all day, every day. And it's this song right here that I've fallen in love with. And I don't care. You know, it's in that department of got no fucks left to give. But this is Dave Jarvis right here doing some kick-ass music with Katie Lynn. Hey, Dave, I love you. Thanks for making all this happen, bro.
I love you too, Ricky. You have a great rest of the night, all right?
You're not only an amazing human being, but you're an amazing talented
care,
artist.
and you don't know
Oh, stop
where
it.
we are,
Good
where
night.
we go.
Good night, brother.
And you don't know
Safe travels.
if you don't see. I keep you locked in a dream. Your smile shines so bright, and you don't know I'll kill that light. You won't know if I lie. And here we are, with what remains of a broken heart and a scarred face. And you keep coming back, hoping maybe that you'll find something to make you stay. You can go, I don't care, 'cause I can find you anywhere, yeah. You can change your face and name. Let's make this a game, baby. You wanna see the chase, the chase. You think you know me, but don't you know, baby? You only see what I want you to. It's not my fault if you think it's true. I'm not the girl you think you know. My heart is made of stone. I'll hunt you down and leave you cold. You can go, I don't care, 'cause I can find you anywhere, yeah. You can change your face and name. Let's make this a game, baby. You wanna see the chase, the chase. I know when you think that I'm crazy, yeah. Or maybe I'm just selfish, or maybe I'm just narcissistic, but I can't make you stay. You can try and run away, but babe, I'm on the chase. You can go, I don't care, 'cause I can find you anywhere, yeah. You can change your face and name. Let's make this a game, baby. You wanna see the chase, the chase.
All right. Well, now you know what's been stuck in my head. The Chase X610 Chill. Now you know what's been stuck in my head. It's that X610 Chill. That's the Chase. I'd like to play it again, actually, because it's amazing. It's Katie Lynn on vocals, and it's pretty much Dave Jarvis, yours truly, right here, blowing your brains out every Wednesday. It blows me away. It really does when I hear that. And it's not just that. What we're listening to right now, this song's called Dogmata. This is Dave Jarvis. I don't even know how to tell you that I'm having the time of my life getting to know this brother right here making these tunes. It's fucking amazing. It's not just that. Check this out. Him and his brother, they have a band called DANK. They used to have a band called Grain. So if you have an opportunity, look that up. Grain, Grain. Fucking great metal band. They were a great metal band. And it's at the top of my list. Like I have a to-do list, you know, that bucket list or whatever. And it's at the top. I have to go enjoy some Grain. It's that good. I already have listened to some, and obviously that's how I know. So this is Dogmata, and check this out. This is Hank and Dave, the brothers, doing, you know, I just caught myself. Hank ain't on this shit. This is Dogmata right here. Coming up, this is Chip Tooth. Chip Tooth, everybody.
Working with the public, trying to take a piss while everybody asking me how much that is. Well, read it for me, Yoda, what those numbers represent. And then they pause for a second, say 99 cents. You did it, big guy, there's a tornado outside, so you rest your fucking life for a darn cool lights. I'm not trying to judge, but I'm hungover as shit, and every word out your mouth is fucking mongoloidish. Fake P gets more jobs than college degrees. Learning to read is as popular as Chinese cheese. Schizophrenics are my favorite, hopping up and down the pavement, rocking a hospital bracelet, asking if I got a basement, giving me some filthy cash that they just fished out their ass. Sanitizer on my hands won't wash away your stinking gash. Pointing at the product like they were a caveman, talking on their speakerphone. Tweaker bitches need a tan. How much this? How much that? Give me some boys, Russian cream throwbacks. What that is, what that was. I'm still on paper, give me CBD buds. How much this? How much that? Give me some boys, Russian cream throwbacks. What that is, what that was. I'm still on paper, give me CBD buds. How much these is? Jesus, will you learn English? I ain't being facetious. I don't got motherfucking psychokinesis. Relinquish the money in your pocket, bitch. I mean this when I tell you wanna scream, cause I can smell your bag of shit with a hint of mildew. Got no hate, but you need some shampoo. Try opening up your mouth when you speak. Fucking creep, sounding like a ventriloquist without any teeth. They be asking why I'm taxing. I ain't the government, I'm a Texan. You got some nuts and you wanna flex them. Turn, run around, go another direction. I don't care about your fucking election. Tell your bitch she give an erection. Stick my dick in without protection. Fill their ass up, make her have a C-section. Crack fiends doing back handsprings, yelling yes clean. After for chore boy screams when I'm the God screams. See the sign that says don't lean. I forgot you can't read. Forrest Gump's got you beat, Lieutenant Dan ice cream. How much this? How much that? Give me some boys, Russian cream throwbacks. What that is, what that was. I'm still on paper, give me CBD buds. How much this? How much that? Give me some boys, Russian cream throwbacks. What that
Somebody asked
How
for
more
some
this? How more that?
How
How more this? How more that? How more this? How more that? How more that? Getting the soul boys, Russian cream, throw bags. What that is, what that was. I'm still on paper, getting the CBD buds.
My man.
Hey, get some gum.
Working with the public.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. X610 Chill, my bro Dave Jarvis. Your bro, my bro, your bro, coming through right there with the X610 Chill. That's what that is too. That's Oak Hollow. That was Chip Tooth earlier. That was Chip Tooth. And how much is? I want to give a shout out to our featured artist this evening, Edge of Insanity, everybody. How about a howl for Edge of Insanity? Tell you what, we can probably go ahead and go watch that song, The River. Anybody want to watch the song, The River? Let's see where we at. What's going on? Okay, yeah, that's a graphic. All right, there we go. Edge of Insanity. Thank you very, very much for joining us this evening. Our featured interview guest, Edge of Insanity. Thank you for giving up a little bit of time for our special, extremely special guest, Nathan Lutz of Resist and Bite. I stand by it that tonight was making history. This band, Resist and Bite, is whatever you want to call it. You know, this is what 2023 has for you. You know, look around all you want for the rock and roll bands. Where are they? You know, well, you have one. It's called Resist and Bite, and I'll pull it up in a minute. But before that, I want to make sure that I give all of my appreciation and thanks to Edge of Insanity for bringing their level of goods to Outlaw Video TV and blow your brains out this evening. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do while we're doing that. I will go over here to my YouTube channel and pull up some Edge of Insanity. Earlier tonight, we listened to some Edge of Insanity. We listened to the song Time earlier tonight. So be sure to go back and watch the whole entire video. I know I have a great, wonderful, horrible habit of having a good time tonight with you guys. So you're going to want to do that. I've got some Resist and Bite pulled up too. So I'm going to play that. And we're going to get into some rock and fucking roll. I wanted to give my special appreciation and thanks to Dave Jarvis and X610 Chill. I don't know what else to do to show my love. for Dave Jarvis, but to, really just share my love, because I'm not making it up. That song, The Chase. Let's see. Tonight, Nathan was wearing his Motorhead shirt, so fucking Motorhead. Motorhead has a song called The Chase is Better Than the Catch, Okay? So I've long lived a life. It's on the Ace of Spades record with Fast Eddie Clarke. It's a killer song. It's called The Chase is Better Than the Catch. So anyway, I've long lived my life, man. The chase is better than the catch. And that song reminds me of that, if you listen to the words. And that Katie Lynn, I don't know what it is about her voice that lends itself to sorrow. But from time to time in life, you come across someone and you go, wow, that makes me want to cry. And she's kind of that person. I mean, her voice can bring you to tears. And so when you have something like that, it's like, what do you do with it? Well, the chase, if you ask me, it kind of rides that line. It's kind of like, well, I could, but we're just gonna ride right here. It's a beautiful song. It's called The Chase. It's by X610Chill. It's fucking killer. All right, so bear with me as I go ahead and say thank you to Edge of Insanity until you guys come back and jam with us for sure. I've got the river queued up, so I'm gonna do that and go ahead and screen share. It's called screen share. If anybody needs a little help with some engineering, I am your engineer. All right, so there's that. Push play and full screen. Come back over here. Stop that. See what we got. Oh, I've got it on mute. So let me go back over here and unmute and push play. The River by Edge of Insanity. Thank you very much for being with Outlaw Video TV. Blow your brains out with Warden, Dave Jarvis, and tonight, Edge of Insanity.
Waiting in darkness for you. Do anything you want me to. I'll sit and wait the night away. I know you'll come to me someday. River flows to redemption. One more chance to try. River flows to redemption. One more chance to make you cry. Do anything you want me to. Nothing left that I can do. I know you'll come to me someday. Still One more chance to try. River flows to redemption. One more chance to make you cry. My loneliness is sinking in. I need to be with you again. My loneliness is sinking in. I need to be with you again.
Where else are you going to get this? Thank you, each and every one of you. I love you all.
Why do we play this hurtful game? Why do we tear ourselves apart? When all we want is another start. River flows to redemption. One more chance to try. River flows to redemption.
All things metal. That's good singing, man. Can't take that away from that, man. Yeah, that's good singing. You just can't take that away from that, man. I mean, Lance Allen Lutz, thank you very much. Every time I've ever heard you sing, you've always delivered something special. It's all about tickling the heartstrings. You know, if anyone is listening, if anyone cares, it's all about tickling those heartstrings, and that voice does it. Eventually, he'll get around to it every time. So I want to say thanks to All Things Metal and the All Things Metal Festival with Witherfall. Pissing razors. It's got to be screaming shit, right? Edge of Insanity. That's going to be at the Rail Club. So thank you very much to everybody. I hope I have expressed that enough. I am so appreciative. Like every week, the show is better. I want to thank Dave Jarvis first for that, because without him, without everything that he is, the show wouldn't be where it's at. But without his like support for me personally on a personal level, you know, I don't know. I don't think the show would be where it's at. So thank you, Dave Jarvis. That's first and foremost. Thank you to all the local bands, all the local artists. Thank you to Lance Allen Lutz. Thank you, bro. Thank you to the band Edge of Insanity. And thank you to All Things Metal. This fest ought to be kick-ass. They just had a kick-ass fest at the Rail the other day. I want everyone listening to know that I have more music coming up. Yeah, I'm going to play some fucking music. You already know. I'm going to play some Resist and Bite. Why not? I'm going to be checking the comments. You already know. Oh my goodness, I got to get another beer. All right, so by now, hopefully everyone has gone and listened to some Resist and Bite. Resist and Bite. I wished I could play a lot of it. I can't, but I'm going to play some of it. I'm going to go ahead and come up here and share this screen. There's Resist and Bite right there. So that's the website. I want to invite everyone right now, turn off this program. Just go ahead and head over to the Resist and Bite website. There's the debut record. Go ahead and purchase it right there. Buy now. Just do it. It's worth it. I wouldn't steer you the wrong direction. You know that. I turned you on to Motorhead in the early 80s. I turned you on to Metallica after that. I was turning you on to Pantera. Everything. And tonight, I have the thrill and the pleasure. I'm baptized by fire. Think about that. When this show ends, you know the first fucking thing I'm going to do is go listen to a song called Baptized by Fire in my car where I can turn that shit up so loud. But in the meantime, listen to this. I'm just going to play short clips so that, you know, my YouTube channel isn't like shut down. What do you think? What do you think? Pretty wild, right? There's that guitar tone. There's that guitar tone. I can't figure out exactly who all has it, but there's that guitar tone, everybody. I'm going to back it up so that you can hear that. We're just going to kick in. I'm going to play that. The reason I'm interrupting is for the specific purpose. I don't mind Resist and Bite, Edge of Insanity, Dave Jarvis. I don't mind them all getting their, if they can get anything off of these videos. I just want you to hear the music. That's all I really care about. Okay, so here it is. Here we go.
Welcome to being free, to stand for peace.
Blow it to pieces. I mean, I love that shit. There it is. There's Nathan Lutz right there. So I just don't want to leave anybody hanging. I want everybody to know there's a reason why I listen to this music and why I'm encouraging you to go listen to it, because it's kick-ass. Before we move on. All right. I'm keeping up with the comments. I'm going to go ahead and play some music now, some of my own. I got a couple of songs. But before I get to that, I'm going to play a couple, I'm going to get into some jams. Do you want to jam with me tonight? What do you think? I think we should fucking jam. Yeah, I think we should always have a good time together. That's what I'm doing. I at least have a time to play a few songs for you. So I want to shout out to Rick Perry. Rick Perry is the guitarist for a band called Iron Jaw. Everybody should check out Iron Jaw. But tonight, we raid Iron Jaw. I want to keep going. I could do it right. Iron Jaw right there with Tonight We Rage. I'm thinking we move it right along and go ahead and get our y'all-y'alls out. How about it?
Where's the hard candy, girl? The kind that you suck on. Show me down your aisle. How many licks does it take to get to the middle? How many licks does it take? How many licks does it take to get to the middle? How many licks does it take? Yummy cherry pie. Sweet child, you could be mine. Cream and cherry on top. Running down my face, don't you say. Running down my face. Running down my face, don't you say. Running down my face. Get your hard candy, pour it in your mouth. Suck on it real hard. Hear me scream and shout my heart. Hear me scream and shout. Hear me scream and shout my heart. Hear me scream and shout.
Why, here comes our criminal now. What do you have to say for yourself?
Every time I think about it, it pisses me off. The way they say that JFK was shot by oil. When we saw Jackie O fall back on patrol, what did she go after? Back into the layout.
for a minute. Oh. Don't get off some James Brown there. Like a roller coaster ride. Goes round and round and upside down, goes back and forth, and you don't know why. Never knew it. Just gotta wake up and say, oh, you, I don't give a fuck. You, I don't give a fuck. Thanks for listening tonight. Fucking crazy. Of all the Dave Jarvis songs, that's the one that I put some words to, right? Hey, shout out to Dave Jarvis, X16 Chill. That's the shit, man. Dave Jarvis has got a ton of shit going on for you. All right, so what did we hear tonight? That was Hard Candy Girl that we heard. That song featured KAYLA Kent. And then that was Tell You the Truth. That song featured Rick Perry from that kick-ass band, Iron Jaw. You guys want to go back to some fucking metal tonight? I am paying attention to the chats. I don't care who you are. Yeah, I'm drinking a beer too. Yo, they are awesome. Hey, we got Ville Girl in the house tonight. I didn't see it there, Ville. Thank you for shouting out. What's up? You want some good metal? I got a couple more songs. I'm going to play it. I'm going to. There's nothing you can do to stop me. I just love metal. And then after that, I don't know. I might dance around once or twice. We'll shake it out. We'll all say goodnight. Pyromancer.
Pray for my enemy.
How about that? Iron Jaw Pyromancer. Just a little bit of post-profit for you there before I move on. We're going to make this party rock and roll till the end. It's like rock and roll all night and party every day. Right? Okay. So I have a beer. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my camera. I have a beer. Do you have a beer? Does everybody have a beer in the house? I have a Dallas Blonde. That's what that says. It says Dallas Blonde. Camera focus. Dallas Blonde. I hope you've enjoyed the rock and roll show tonight, boys and girls. We got a few more dips and do's for you. How about... all my
drinking buddies are in jail. And I'm too drunk to drive to go pay their bail. But you know if I really gotta go, I ain't got near enough dough. And so now all my drinking buddies are still in jail. Well, I was going good, drinking at the bar when my buddy ran into the back of a cop car. I found it kind of funny, man, the fight was a joke, but he never came back. Here comes the tab and I'm broken. Now all my drinking buddies are in jail. And I'm too drunk to drive to go pay their bail. But you know if I really gotta go, I ain't got near enough dough. And so now all my drinking buddies are still in jail. Well, Ryan was having troubles with his chick. She turned around and kicked him in the... Then cops came to see. After a while, he told them he would beat their asses in the frozen pizza aisle. Now all my drinking buddies are in jail. And I'm too drunk to drive to go pay their bail. But you know if I really gotta go, I ain't got near enough dough. And so now all my drinking buddies are still in jail. Mother started boozing at 62 and then began for breakfast to hallucinating at noon. She ran a school bus stop sign in my stolen car, so they took her to the pokey for a little R&R. Now all my drinking buddies are in jail. And I'm too drunk to drive to go pay their bail. But you know if I really gotta go, I ain't got near enough dough. And so now all my drinking buddies are still in jail. Yeah, all my drinking buddies are rotting in jail.
ready? Are you ready? Let's bang head, everybody.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so this is me to you. You already know. You already know. Bitches in them hoes. Thank you for being here tonight. Dropping money on the way of saying goodbye. I don't need it anymore. Dropping money on the floor. Like them bitches in them hoes. The pain we know
don't need it anymore. Nickels and them dimes used to be the penny. No butter too heavy. Put your heart into it. Nickels and them dimes, they used to be the penny. The butter too heavy for both of us to carry. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. I don't need it anymore. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. Like them bitches in them hoes.
It's a damn crime, now go down shame, now claim the fame and I scratch crime. I'm down for mine, not see the truth, not much left, support you. This drill time, not making fun up on the gun, much time. Grip and grub, stop those lines, then overtime and then voice dub.
Dropping money on the floor. I don't need it anymore. Dropping money on the floor. Money on the floor. Like them bitches in them hoes. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Bitches get rowdy, cause we got this shit. Taking this town with a little twist. Ain't never been like this. Boys are dropping it. Money on the floor. Shit is getting heavy. Used to be the penny. No, you never get it.